Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. I had a request a while ago. Again, I'm making my way through the list of videos to do, to color out of one of the Colortronic books. Now, right now, I believe there are only two out. One is called Animals and one is just called Colortronic. I believe this is the first one. And I did do a few out of here, I believe. Did the sea turtle. Let me put this one down. You're going to notice as I flip through these, they absolutely are not realistically colored. These are color by number books. You have the palette over here. And just beautiful, gorgeous colors. Everything is extremely bright and colorful. There's the cover picture. I love these books. I am so glad I was requested to do one. I actually colored that one with glitter gel pens. Had a blast with that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, they're just so pretty. And because they are so colorful, if you don't match these colors exactly, it's no big deal. That rose, stunning. Oh, I think that was my favorite. Colored it with water-based markers, as you can tell. You can see the lines in it, but still turned out really pretty. So that's what I did in this one. And then the animals one, whoops, let's put this over here. I did a few out of here, and we're going to color one out of here today. I think I did a couple out of here anyhow. Let me see. Thought I did. Oh yeah, I did the, is it a cockatiel? And then, yeah, had to color in the black background. Again, I did that with water-based markers. And I think, okay, that's all I did out of here. So I picked one out of here for us to do today because I'm doing a color in chat. I wanted to pick one that was a little bit easier and not quite so detailed. We have quite a few colors here. We have 16 colors. But yeah, I thought he'd be really cute to do. If you do want to look in the back, they always have a key back here if you want to, pick out a certain picture to do. As you can see, they're all extremely colorful. Some of them have backgrounds to color in, some of them don't. Up to you whether you want to do the background or not. I was going to do this one for the color in chat today because I think he's just gorgeous, but that one's quite detailed. There's the bird that I did. So yeah, I picked out this cute little tree toad. And I thought, oh, he's pretty too. So look at this kitty. Oh, yeah, these are really, really pretty. So, yeah, thought we would color out of here. I will link both of these Colortronic books down below in the description. Let me get my desk a little uncluttered over here. I have some things sitting over here for my next video. So I'm going to move that stuff out of the way. And I thought what I would do today is get out my LeMouchet dual tip markers. They are water-based markers. And they have, this is what I use in some of my Bilba family coloring books. They have the fine tip, your fine liner end, and then they do have the brush tip. And these are relatively nice brush tips. I like them. This is a 100 set. There are no names or numbers on them, so I just took labels and I numbered each one and, of course, had to make a color chart. So, okay, that was number 70. And then I just have them in a pencil case. Now, when you put these in pencil cases, they're not going to fit exactly. So I always put, a few, and then I leave an empty band. And then I'll put a few more, leave an empty band. So they do fit in pencil cases. All right, so I did, so I wouldn't be stumbling here on the color in chat, kind of worked out the colors that I was going to use for this particular picture. So, I'm not necessarily going to go in number order. I'm going to just, color what I see and we can kind of move from there. But I think I will start with the number ones, which is red. And that is number 27. So I am going to use the, I'm not sure if these fit. Yep, they do. I'm going to use the brush tip. Some of these you may actually need the fine liner end, or probably a combination of the two. So let's start with a number 1. Let's zoom you in. Is that too close? These are very large books, as you could see when I showed you it. So yeah, have to have a little bit more space when you color in these. And of course, I will not get through this whole picture in this color and chat. I'll have to finish it off camera. And because these are water-based pens, you know, you are going to have, especially in the larger areas, you're going to have some, you know, streaking. It's just the nature of water base. I feel like I'm almost painting here. But yeah, these books are fun. And like I said, I haven't gotten mine out in so long. So I'm really glad I got this request. I've been stuck in color by number books anyhow, so this was right up my alley today. How is everybody doing? I am recording this on Saturday the 9th. So tomorrow is Mother's Day, and boy, this year is going to be really different, isn't it? A lot of people, I think, are going to be on Zoom calls tomorrow, and a lot of virtual calls between kids and moms tomorrow. I had gotten this really strange package in the mail yesterday. UPS delivered it, and oh no, FedEx, I think maybe. And I get the box in here, and it says Kringle on the outside. And I'm like, Kringle? And I'm like, that can't be what's in here. I love Kringles. And for those of you outside the country, or maybe even some of you inside the country, a Kringle is a pastry. And they have different flavors you can get. My favorite is cherry. It's kind of made with phyllo dough, and they're just so good. There's typically icing on the top, and yeah, all that sweet goodness. Can't eat a whole lot of it at once because it is extremely sweet. Let's see, one comes all the way up here. But yeah, I had gotten this in the mail, and I'm like, I had to double check to make sure my name was on it. Because last week I had opened a package, never even looking whose name was on it, opened it up, and it was a water filter for a refrigerator, which Bob and I have been talking about. You know, we got to change the filter on the fridge because we got a water and ice dispenser, and the filter needs changing. I go, Bob, did you order a filter for the refrigerator? No. I said, well, where the heck did this come from? And yeah, looked on the package. Yeah, it was for my next door neighbor. I'm like, oops. So he ran it over there. I said, tell her I'm sorry. I opened the package. She didn't care. So yeah, I had to make sure it had my name and address on it, and it did. I'm like, well, what in the world? Who sent this to me? Because I obviously did not order it. And here, my son did for Mother's Day. Evidently, this bakery in Green Bay, where him and his wife now live, is known for their Kringles. And he's not sure if they always did shipping, but right now they do. And so they express ship it. And, you know, they have it marked perishable and all of that. So when I seen that it said perishable, I knew right away it truly was a Kringle. But I was really confused. And then in the inside, it did say something. I forgot exactly how it said it, but it did say something about from Cameron. So I had to call him up and thank him. Because it was even cherry, my favorite. Oh, that was funny. I still got to laugh. I'm like, what in the world? Let's just do a couple more ones, and then we're going to move on to number 2. So yeah, that was my surprise yesterday. He said when we were talking last week, he was going to say something, and then he thought, nah, let's let her be surprised. I said, yeah, that was a surprise. And oh my gosh, is that thing scrumptious. I had 2 little pieces of it, one last night and one this morning. And yeah, very, very sweet, but oh my gosh, so much better than the Kringles you just buy in the grocery store. Oh, it was kind of in the shape, but most Kringles are like in a big oval shape. This one was in like a pretzel heart shape. It was really cute. And so nummy. No calories in there, I'm sure. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next color, which is orange. So let's see if we have, well, we know we have 2s. Let's see, there's a big 2 here. Let's do that. I'm just going to keep these out because I know I'm going to want to finish this. 21. So yeah, that was a nice surprise. Okay, let's see. How is everybody's weather? We are horribly cold here. Oh my gosh. For tomorrow, for Mother's Day, it is supposed to be colder here tomorrow than what we had on Christmas Day last year. Mother's Day is going to be colder than Christmas. Can you believe it? Oh, these poor birds. They just don't know what to do. They're going to be flying back south for the winter again pretty soon. And the buds, you know, on the trees are coming out and stuff finally. They're going to be saying, wrong season, and go back into hiding. I thought it was spring. The squirrels, instead of being out here going crazy, finding their nuts and digging them up, are going to start burying them again. Then they'll never really remember where they are. How they can remember that is unreal. I was watching a show on that the other day. They have this remarkable sense of remembering where they buried thousands, well, hundreds anyhow, of their nuts and stuff. And it's like, how do you remember where they all are? I'd have a hard time finding one. Ain't he gonna be pretty? The lines are a little thin on here, but yeah. I mean, you don't have to be too concerned with going out of the lines. You always have a color next door. Of course, if you go out of the lines with a dark color and the color next door is light, well, you can't really cover that up, can you? Oh well, it'll still look good. It's got to be another 2. Oh yeah, here we go. So, I don't know what's the last thing I talked about in regard to my house selling. I think I had told you that, yes, I finally did sell the house, but yeah, now they have to turn around and sell their house, which I found out this week is biting me in the butt. Bob and I found a house we really, really liked, and we put an offer in on it. We were going to go see it Friday, yesterday. Then my realtor calls me, whoops, and tells me that it had just come on the market too. Told me that there were already a few offers on the house and that they were going to be looking at all the offers already on Thursday night at 6. So if we were interested in the house, we had to get up there, look at the house, put in an offer right away, so that my realtor could submit it right away before 6 o'clock. So made arrangements with Heather. She came and picked the kids up early, and Bob and I zoomed up to Merrill and looked at this house, and I fell in love with it. And it wasn't perfect. It was an old house, but they had completely redone the downstairs. Beautiful kitchen, big living room and dining room. And so, yeah, we put an offer in, and we offered $15,000 more than asking price. Because they had so many offers on it already, we figured, and I couldn't believe how little they were asking for the house. I mean, it was unreal. It was one of the cheapest houses we had looked at up to this point. So I figured when we were going to look at it that even if we had to do some updates and stuff to it, we had enough money to play with, you know, if we could get it that cheap. But, you know, in looking at the house, there weren't a whole lot of things that would have had to have been changed. But yeah, so, you know, we figured, oh, better, you know, bid high on it. Kind of sounded like we would have got it, but they opted not to go with us. They went with somebody else, and basically it is because technically I still have a selling contingency on my house because the other people have to sell theirs. It's like, oh, ugh. They can't win. But there's some other potential good news on the horizon. Any more twos up in here? I think we're just going to concentrate on this. Okay, let's do some threes. This is a yellow-orange, number 8. The couple that had come to look at the house a few weeks ago that really, really wanted it, and they couldn't put an offer in because their lender just could not give them a pre-approval until they were back to work, because they're not essential workers. They are not working right now. So I'm like, oh man. But they want the house evidently pretty bad, because they are now looking at asking, I don't know who, it must be a family member, if they would co-sign on the loan for them. And then the lending institution would give them a pre-approval letter, and they would not have to sell their place at all. I mean, there would be no contingency on their part, so I would definitely have the house sold then, which would be awesome. So yeah, evidently they really like the house, and I think because out on the sites now that show all the houses, you know, what's for sale and whatnot. Oh, there's a number 2 again. I'm going to get that right away. It shows which ones are for sale, which ones are have a contingent offer on them. So my house is now out there with a contingent offer on, and I don't know, maybe they've seen that and they're like, oh no, they got an offer, and maybe, contacted their realtor or something. But Yeah, so I really am keeping my fingers crossed about that because, boy, if we did sell the house without the buyer having, a selling contingency on their house, then we would have so much of a better chance the next time we put an offer in of getting it. And there are more houses coming out on the market now with, spring being here. The housing market typically picks up. So we'll see. We'll see what else comes out. Like I said, that house in Merrill that we looked at was on the market, I think, 3 days. Maybe even 2. Can't remember for sure. But yeah, not very long. Not like mine. But they definitely must have been a motivated seller because, like I said, I think it was priced way low. And that's why everybody was jumping on it. Big, beautiful house. Oh well, wasn't meant to be, I guess. Story of my life. I feel like I'm saying that an awful lot now. Oh, it's so depressing. It's especially for somebody that has, depression and slash a little bit of bipolar. It's, you get so excited about something and then you get all depressed. And then you get so excited about something and then depressed. And it's like, okay, you're really playing with my emotions here. Thank heavens I'm on good meds that keeps my depression and everything at bay, pretty much. So otherwise, it's like, yeah. The first few times when we didn't get a house or people would come and look at this house and, not want it and stuff, oh, I would just get so bummed out. And now it's like, you get so used to it that it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. Kind of figured that. So, yeah. But we'll keep our fingers crossed, especially about these other people, because that would be very promising. And maybe they would even offer more than what these other people had, because I still went down $5,000 on this other offer. So if these other people want it bad enough, maybe they'd actually give me asking price. Boy, that would be nice. That's $5,000 difference. That can add up in a hurry. Okay. Any more 3s up here? Oh, there's another number 1. Let's go back and do our number 1. So we got the whole top part of the froggy. He's getting pretty colorful, isn't he? So yeah, wait and see again. I'll check tonight again, see if there's any new homes on the market. So yeah, I'm definitely not going gung-ho like when I first put the house on the market. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna sell within a month or 2. I'm gonna start packing up everything, and oh my God, what a mistake. Number 4 is yellow, and that's number 4. Love how that works out sometimes. So yeah, because I ended up having to unpack a whole bunch of crap that I needed. Thought I packed up, everything that I wouldn't need for a few months. Well, yeah, it's been much longer than a few months. Well. So is anybody, I was going to say, doing anything special for Mother's Day? Are you still going to be able to, go get some takeout food or something? Virtually eat with your kids? I think that's what a lot of families are going to be doing. Whether they're actually eating with their kids or whether they're just going to be calling, video chatting. Expect the internet to crash tomorrow, right? At least slow down. I sure am hoping that is the reason why I am still having internet problems, is because the internet has been so bogged down. Between all the kids being home and having to be on computers for their schoolwork, and then all those that are working from home, and then all of the bored people that are streaming from home or, just are online for games or whatever. I can imagine the bandwidth or the amount that, is being used up at one time is quadrupled. So yeah, I'm hoping that's the reason. We still here in Wisconsin have not, completely lifted everything. They did ease on a few things. Like right now, Bella is at the dog groomers. Yay! I took a picture of her before she went. And then I'm going to take a picture of her when she gets back. And maybe in my next color and chat, I'll show you. Oh my gosh. She was getting as shaggy as me. I could show you my before and afters too. Oh my gosh. But my hair actually turned out okay. I was pretty proud of myself. Especially the tops. And, well, the sides are okay. But Heather still has to even out the back for me. We just haven't gotten around to it yet. Ooh, this is a bright sunny yellow, isn't it? I know in my last color and chat I had mentioned about Arteza doing those like 10-15 minute live sessions from what was it, May 1st to May 5th? Did anybody catch those? When was it their third session or fourth session? They were talking about, let me get this out, some new products that are coming down the pike. Do I have any more 4s in here, first of all? Okay, this light's going bananas again. I'm going to turn this off and see if it's too dark without it. Is that too dark? Because that flickering, I know, is driving me bananas. Nah, it ain't too bad yet, is it? It's a little gloomy outside, and that's why I turned the lights on in the first place. But I think we should be okay. But yeah, some of the new products coming out include some pastels. They're supposed to have a smooth velvet-like finish, she said. Number 5 is a super duper light pale yellow. So yeah, we'll have to see what, the pastels are going to look like. And there were no dates on any of this either. So, but yeah, so they have pastels coming out. They are also coming out with some white gel pens. They must know, we do a lot of highlighting and whatnot with white a lot of times, whether it be your white gel pens or white Posca or, you know, other paint pens. So they are going to be coming out with white gel pens and a whole bunch of new brushes. So some for like oil painting, watercolor brushes, and I guess they're going to have both student and professional level brushes, and all different types, you know, styles and sizes. So you have your tapered, your round, your, you know, fan, all of the different kind of brushes. So that will be interesting because they, you know, they do have their water brushes and stuff, but for the painters, I don't use regular paint brushes a whole lot, but I know many of you do. Okay, here's a 5. And then they are coming out with a line of palette knives. Again, for the painters, although there are some other crafts and stuff that can use palette knives too, but and they're not just the cheap plastic palette knives, I guess. They are going to be, you know, the metal palette knife with the wooden handle. So we can look forward to that coming. And then I think the last thing they talked about, which I'm really surprised they're getting into this, is, oh no, this was the second to last. They are going to be getting into paint by number. And when she said that, and of course, my first thought had to be, oh, color by number? They're going to get color by number books out? No. Paint by number, Lisa. Paint. And so, yeah, she says they're going to be with very nice opaque paints. And then they're going to have also offer some more besides the, you know, besides all these products. They're going to be offering more bundles. Like sometimes they'll, you know, offer bundles now between, you know, a bundle of, say, watercolor paper and then some watercolor product, or, you know, something like that. They're going to be putting more bundles together for sale. And then the last thing she said was art diamond kits. Now, this is the one that really got me excited, because I'm like, all right, what does she mean by art diamond kits? Is that another way of saying diamond painting? I don't know. So I guess we just gotta take a wait and see attitude here. Wow, this light yellow is coming up as absolutely fluorescent neon yellow, isn't it? It's not quite that that glow in the dark here in person. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go on to number 6, which is a deep forest green. And I really don't see any up here. Where are some 6s? We have a 6 here. Huh. Are there no other 6s? They got to have more than just one. I don't see any other 6s. Oh, here's one. And here. Very few 6s, but let's get it out anyhow. That was number 95. Just so we can go through all the colors. Okay, so here is one. Nice deep forest green. I thought there would be more green, but I got to remind myself that no, they don't want to make these pictures realistic. They wouldn't want to have too much green in a frog. Did I say there were any over here? I think it was only over here, huh? Oh, here's one. So yeah, we have some new Arteza products coming out. And guess what else they're going to be coming out with? Because I double checked with my, because I heard the CEO just kind of roundabout way say something. And that is, now these are both 6s here. I think I'm going to leave this alone way down over here. I just want to get up in here. So 7 is an Aqua 84. So yeah, I double checked with my contact at Arteza, and they are going to be coming out with dun, 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 brush tip Everblend markers. There's just no time frame set or, you know, none of that. But, so we got brush tip markers coming. Oh, so exciting. You know how I love my brush tips. I can work with them so much easier than the chisel tips. I know not everybody's like that. And I think most people would prefer a brush over a chisel tip, but not everybody. All comes down to personal preference. So that will be exciting. It's always fun when companies come out with new products, and so, my gosh, that's the only number 7 I can see. Oh, there's one way down here and one way over here, but again, I'm not gonna do them. We're gonna stay more up in the middle, and we'll see how far we get, and then if we spread out more, we will. We're at 37 minutes already, so now, are these supposed to stay white? Let me check the froggy in the back. Oh yeah, they are. Okay. All right. See, I had no cream yellow in this set, and that's why I had to go with this. But yeah, it's pretty bright. Like I said, especially on camera, it's bright. Holy mackerel. All right, so let's go to number 8. 8 is a blue, a dark blue. Kind of dark anyhow. 72. Okay. Where are our 8s? I did go ahead and, you know, figure out the colors ahead of time so I wouldn't be sitting here. But then I got to look for the numbers. Does anybody else have these books? And if you do, have you colored out of them? And what do you use to color in yours? I'm kind of curious to see what else I could try in these. I have not tried alcohol markers in them, but they are single-sided and they are on nice paper. It is not Amazon paper. It's thicker than that. So, you know, you could use alcohol markers in this book. I just wasn't sure if, you know, the ink would spread outside the lines too much, but it is a smoother, less, you know, porous, less absorbent paper than what the Amazon paper is. So maybe like the ultra fine tip Sharpies and Bics and stuff would work in here. Maybe I'll have to try that. Again, that's, oh, there's an 8 right here. We'll do that. We'll do this one. I'm going to take a sip quick. went to Walmart yesterday to get groceries. I had to kind of laugh because, you know, about half the people in the store have masks on and half the people don't. It's kind of, you know, half and half. But there is a sign, you know, when you come into Walmart that says, you know, we would appreciate everybody wearing masks, you know, while you're in the store. All of our employees wear masks, you know, blah-de-da-de-da. I had to kind of laugh at that later because surprisingly, there were a number of clerks that were, you know, restocking shelves that did not have masks on. And it just floored me because I thought they were supposed to all have masks on. You know, if they want their customers to have masks on, the workers should. So yeah, I thought, oh, isn't that ironic? You tell your customers to, and then some of your workers don't have them on. Yeah. Then I really had a laugh when I got out in the car, and it was so freezing cold. Oh my God, I just kind of threw the groceries in the trunk. It was so windy, and I refused to get out my winter coat again. So yeah, it was pretty cold out there. But anyhow, as I was driving away, there was this car that was a couple cars down from where I was parked. I go past there, and this individual had a personalized license plate. I'm assuming it had to have been personalized. Let's go on to number 9. Do we have, I know we had some 9s up there. 64. This person's license plate, now get this, and it's very appropriate for right now. Their license plate was sputum. S-P-U-T-U-M. Why in the world would you want your license plate to be sputum? I don't care if you're a doctor. I don't care who you are. Sputum. Oh my heavens. I had to look a couple times. I'm like, am I reading that right? That can't be what that says. It sure enough was. Good heavens. First time I seen something like that. Oh, this froggy's got pretty blue eyes. Aren't these fun? I'll leave a link to these pens too, this 100 set of dual tips, in case anybody's interested. They are really nice and juicy. I do like them. And I do like the fine liner in the Belva books too. I just have to get them out and use the brush tip more. And yeah, they work pretty nice on this. This paper is really smooth paper. So they work really nice in here, and you don't have to worry about, you know, damaging your tips much. Or on these budget-friendly ones, I guess that's not as big of a concern. But then we have our lighter blue, number 10. Do we have 10s up here? No. Well, good heavens. I don't see any 10s. Although I am blind. Okay. I know there's one way down here. Are you kidding me? Is that the only one, really? Wow. Well, let's go ahead and do it. There's a couple way over here, but let's just do it just to get the color on the paper. 58. So we can just see all the pretty colors. We'll just do this one. Although we are buzzing right along, maybe I'll do all 3 of these 10s. There was something I was going to talk about now, and I can't remember. Thought of it when I was sitting over in the living room. Sometimes if I have an idea like that pop in my head, I'll jot it down so that I don't forget to mention it, but I didn't write that one down. Or if funny stuff happens during the week with the kids. If I don't jot it down, I'll forget. Oh gosh, there was something that very funny that happened this week. Are you ready? I still gotta laugh. Every night when Heather comes and gets the kids, Heather, oh my gosh, Jaden and Maddie have to go hide on her now. And they have come to liking to hide in the basement. They'll play hide and seek down there, or they'll, play with the pretend guns and stuff, down there. And it's like, better down there than up here. Just don't make a mess. And so, yeah, I think this was on Wednesday night. They're hiding down there. Heather's talking to me up here, and I said something about, they're hiding down there and stuff. Yeah. I'd given her Levi and stuff, and so we were still, I forgot what we were talking about, but Maddie comes bounding up the stairs. She said something about, Jaden being stuck. And it's like, yeah, that's Jaden being Jaden and stuff. So Heather and I are still talking. And finally she goes down there, hear Jaden. She could hear him, and he's just crying away. Here he truly was stuck. That ain't the funny part, though. Downstairs, my daughter, when she was living with me a number of years ago, had left this wooden, she had like her comforters and blankets and sheets and stuff stored in this. It's a big wooden rectangular box that has the doors on top that open from the inside out, and they're extremely, extremely heavy. It's all complete solid wood. And then it's divided in half. Half over here where this door goes up, and then half over here where this, door comes up. Well, yeah, they're very heavy. How he gets in there, I don't know. Well, he managed to get in one side, and he couldn't get it open. Evidently the lid or something, he couldn't get it open from the inside. And I guess the reason why he wanted to get out so bad, not because Mom was there. No, couldn't get out because of that. Let's get number 11 out. 52, the pretty purple. No, he wanted to get out because he had farted. And it was stinking so bad in there. And he couldn't get out. So he was getting so upset, and Mom wasn't coming down and helping him. Oh my God, I was laughing so hard. We eventually got him laughing too about it. It's like, what, you can't stand your own smell, huh? Oh my God. It was hilarious. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Heather started laughing. I started cracking up. And, he's still wiping tears away from his eyes. I don't know if that was because of the fart or from crying. Oh, good heavens. Kids, huh? Kids. I said, well, then don't go in there. I told you last time not to go in there. Doesn't listen. See, there's a reason Grandma says what she says. Oh, my gosh. That was hilarious. My eyes are watering now from laughing again. Oh, Lordy. Yeah. Oh, never a dull moment around here. Maddie, she's a hoot too. She was up on, I got a little step stool, and she'll sit on that and stuff. And I have it over by my diamond painting. I have a, not an easel. I have a drafting table that I sit at to do my larger diamond paintings. Number 11. And do we have any 11s up here, though? I'm talking about that story and I'm not even paying any attention to what I'm doing. So, you know, I like to have that little step stool. It's only, I don't know, maybe 8 inches high, 10, something like that. And I put my feet up on it because the diamond painting, the table, the easel is up high because the chair that I sit on only comes down so far. It's like a drafting chair and it's very high. So I have to have my drafting table up high, so I like to keep my feet on that step stool. Well, Maddie had gotten the step stool out, and this was a number of weeks ago. And she'd stand up on it, and she would take, what did she take? Something that was long. It was something else of mine. And she would tap on the top of the TV, you know, because we have the large screen TV. And I was sitting in the chair and she would go, "Class." And I looked at her like, "What?" And she says, you gotta say your ABCs. And so, or she'd say, "What's 1 plus 2? And I'd say 3. And she goes, "Very good." Here she was, the teacher, and I was the student. So then she'd tap, and then the TV was her blackboard. And she'd tap that again. And class. I think it was my yardstick, actually. And she'd tap it again. Class. We're going to count to 10. And then I'd count. Good girl. Oh, it was so funny, though. Class. She's a hoot, too. Until they keep me hopping, right? They definitely do. They're not all cute and funny like that. All the time. Definitely not. Maddie's typically a pretty good girl, but boy, this last week, ooh, she was in fine form because she was tired. I can always tell when she's tired because she, like I said, is normally a pretty good little girl. But, ooh, watch out when she's tired. Ooh, she's a naughty little thing. Ooh, she really, really wants to test you. Oh my gosh. Thursday she was, well, Wednesday and Thursday she was on a number of timeouts. And I tried to get her to lay down and take a nap, even if it was a short nap. Nope. Nope, don't want that. And then sometimes she'll, you know, fall asleep on her own shortly before supper. Well, Heather doesn't really want her to do that. And once that girl falls asleep, forget it. You're not waking her back up. Heather can carry her out to the car and she doesn't really wake up. So dead to the world, that girl sleeps. So yeah, pretty impossible. Okay, any more 11s? I know there's some down in here and over here, but we'll worry about his haunches later. We'll go on to 12, because now we're getting into the pretty colors. Boy, he sure does have an iridescent throat, doesn't he? That's because it's a male, and he's got to attract his woman that way. Yep. Okay, number 12 is a dark pink, and 45. Oh, what else shall we talk about? Oh my gosh. I did happen to get an email that I kind of wanted to talk to everybody about. Because, I don't know, I can't say that I haven't been like this myself. But this particular email just kind of struck a chord in me. where these individuals are afraid to post their pictures on Facebook in these coloring groups because of all the other gorgeous pictures. And I told her, and I'm going to tell those of you out there who feel the same way, do not compare yourself to others. Everybody's at a different coloring level, and not only that, even if you could color like that, who's to say you want to color like that? You know, we all like our different ways of coloring. And while I can, you know, color with pencil and blend, do I spend weeks on a picture layering and stuff? Heck no. I do not have the patience for that. I don't know if I could or not. I've never tried it, but I can blend, you know, and make a picture pretty with pencils. I have done it, but, you know, I have to be in the mood to do that. And so the vast majority of the time, I like to just straight color, especially my color by numbers, or coloring with the alcohol markers, or my gel pens, you know, that kind of thing. So are my pictures any great work of art either? No. But, you know, you're not in it for a competition. You are in it to relax, to de-stress, and especially right now, that is what we desperately need. So you go and you post those pictures on Facebook, and you be darn proud of them because you did it. You had fun doing it. You hopefully de-stressed, relaxed. You know, maybe you were vegging out in front of the TV or watching YouTube videos. Or I know some listen to audiobooks, or, you know, you just do all kinds of things while you're coloring. I know I have to be, excuse me, doing something else while I'm coloring. I can't just color, just like I can't just sit and watch TV. It drives me crazy. So, yeah, definitely post those pictures. You'd be surprised how supportive everybody is on those coloring groups. The vast majority of them, anyhow. Some of them have had a little drama in the past, but the vast majority of the coloring groups out there are awesome. You will get likes and comments and, you know, and it's not all for that either. It's just be proud of your work. Go ahead and post them. So you straight colored something. So you colored something with crayon. It looks good. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, remember? Now like this, is this any great work of art? No. Am I going to spend weeks on this thing? Blending and shading and whatnot? No. But guess what? I am having a blast doing this little guy. Many times it's just, you know, we love colors, especially the bright colors, and that's why this book appealed to me so much, because everything is bright. You will not see many browns and, you know, more muted type of colors in this book. Grays and, you know, things like that. Nope. You will mostly see all these bright colors. Let's put this tab over there. And that's what's awesome. When you really want to throw down a bunch of color, yeah, this is a great book for that. This book is so darn big, I keep hitting my stupid arm that holds my phone up to record. Oh, speaking of that, kind of leads into my next thing. I am going to be having a new, I'm so excited, a new way to record and, you know, upload videos and all of that. And eventually, it's on back order right now, so heaven only knows when I'll be able to get this. A new setup for my desk for recording where it will not require me to have this arm of this stand that comes up overhead to, you know, put my phone on to record top down. This thing is clipped to my desk, clamped to my desk over here on the left side of me, and it gets in the way. And it's also in the way, it's in front of where I have my iPad so that I can see what I'm doing to make sure I'm in frame and everything. So yeah, it's, you know, it works, and it's what I've been using for the past year. It's doable, but found something new. Unfortunately, the base of the unit, because everybody's at home, I guess this particular line of mounts, they call them, has been in huge demand. So the base that's used for a number of the different items in their lines, they're all on back order. They have a new supply coming in, I guess, but the new supply won't be until the middle of June. So, but, you know, I've made do with this way of recording. I guess I can wait another, well, by the time I would get it, probably about a month and a half. But yeah, I thought what I would do, I've been asked many times to, you know, show how I record, you know, my videos, show my recording area. And I know I love seeing those videos, but it, you know, it could just be because I am also a YouTube creator. I don't know. Don't know if everybody would be interested in it, but thought when I get my new setup going, I would just give you guys a tour. And not only that, but I discovered an app that's going to change my life. Okay, that's being a little over dramatic, but an app I can put on my iPad that will allow me to access my laptop. Because it's such a pain in the butt. I keep my laptop in here. I can't keep it in the living room because the kids will get on it or step on it or, you know, whatever. And so I keep it in here until I need it because I don't use my laptop very often. I'm always using my phone or the iPad. And so the iPad or the laptop stays in here until I need it, you know, after I'm done recording my videos and I need to transfer them to the laptop and do all my editing and uploading and all that stuff. Well, now with this app, I can access my laptop from my iPad. So I bring this up after I launch this app and I connect to my laptop. It's just like I would have my laptop sitting in front of me. It is awesome. And I got a Bluetooth mouse, the newest software for those of you who have iPhones and iPads. The latest software update now supports trackpads and mice. Yes, you can use a mouse on your iPad. And, you know, you always could connect Bluetooth keyboards, but never trackpads and especially mice. But now there is mouse support. So I do have a keyboard folio type thing that was supposed to be here. Now is not going to be here till Monday. That you snap the iPad in and it will look and act like a sort of like a laptop, but it's something that I'll be able to keep in the living room and yet not use up all the precious storage on it. Because I'll still be saving everything on my laptop, which has a 1 terabyte hard drive. So, oh, I'm so excited. after I was testing it out this morning. And yep, it was working awesome. But when I'm done recording today, will be my first chance to actually try it out. So yeah, we'll see. The only thing I'm going to have to do the same right now anyhow is just copying everything from my phone onto the laptop after I'm done recording, because I have to get the videos off my phone where I record them and onto the laptop so I can access them. But that's no biggie. I'm done recording. I'll plug it into the laptop and start copying them over and let it go. So yeah, I can't wait to see how that all goes. I know you can do everything on the iPad, and I used to, believe it or not, do everything on my phone. When I first started doing videos, created my thumbnails on my phone, I edited videos on my phone, and it was not fun. It worked, you know, it definitely worked. But yeah, it was, you know, iPhone is only so big, and you're kind of limited as far as what you can do. It's just so much faster on a laptop, so that's kind of what I converted to and never looked back. So I am not a MacBook user, so I am not an Apple expert. I still like my Windows computer. That is what I was going to say grew up with. No, didn't grow up with it because there were no computers when I grew up. Yes, I'm that old. What makes me even older yet? When I went to school and we had typing class, yes, we had a special class to learn how to type. We didn't know how to type out of the womb like kids nowadays. They almost have to know how to, right? But our typing class only had, what was it, 4 electric typewriters? Otherwise, they were manual typewriters. Now you don't even see typewriters around anymore. Yes, no computers, no cell phones, no tablets. Boy. Yes, we lived and caved and chiseled out our messages on the wall. I think back to that time, and yeah, it almost was that bad. No, not really. It was the good old days. Let me tell you, it was a lot more stress-free back then. Everybody's in such a hurry nowadays. And anywho, okay, let's go on to number 13. And that is a little bit lighter pink. So we got 44. 344. Okay. 13s. Oh, is this baby juicy? Ooh, that's too juicy. Let me get this. Holy camole. Oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a Kleenex. Okay, I lied. Paper towel. Look at this. That baby was full. Wowie, wowie. Can't say that these aren't juicy. But yeah, that one was a little too juicy. Okay, so we are on number 13. Where did I blob that? Oh, right up here. Still plenty juicy, but it's not blobbing anyhow. Now, this color looked lighter on here. So there was a difference between 12 and 13. Yes? Not a whole lot longer. Why?
Well, they might be calling around 4 or 4:30.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, I'll wrap it up. Yeah, with Bella, one moment. Oh, sorry. With Bella getting her haircut, they call my phone when she's done. Boy, this is still juicy. My gosh, I think they overfilled this one. But yeah, on the paper it looked a lot lighter than number, the previous one. But boy, on here it's not. Sometimes it's the paper too. The difference in the paper. Colors can look different. There, that's better. So I think it had such a pool of color in the tip or something. Wow. But yeah, much better. Okay. Yeah, Bella's in for a haircut, and boy, I got a tickle in my throat. One moment. Oh, let me take a sip. I don't want to pause the video one more time. But they always call on my phone when she's ready. And she may be ready shortly, so. And this color in chat is getting long anyhow. So I will get going pretty soon. We'll just quickly do this 13. And then we'll do a 14, a 15, and a 16. So we can see all the colors. 14 is a lighter pink. That was 38. Now I got a runny nose. What was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted? Yeah, next time I'll have to show you the before and after pictures of Bella. I know I've had a number of you ask to see her, so I'll at least show you a picture of her. And I am going to be, hopefully, don't know if I'll quite get to starting it this weekend yet, but one of these weekends I want to start recording my coloring book collection and completed pages videos. And yeah, I'm going to try to keep them anywhere between half hour and an hour. It's going to be hard to say, but so it's going to end up being many parts long. But yeah, I don't want to make them any longer than that to bore you people to death. So hopefully I will get started at that. And number 15 is the lightest one, and that's 33. Where's some 15s? We got 13 and 14s and a 15. Nice light pink. And I'm going right into the whites of his eyeballs. Can you tell I'm in a hurry now? Now I feel like I gotta zoom. Okay. 15. Here's one. All right, we'll just do those. And maybe that's as far. Well, let's do one number 16 because we got one right up here on his eyeball. So we'll get that out and finish this eye. And then we'll call it good. So yeah, I want to start recording that. It's, you know, I got to bring all the books from the other room into here, stacks at a time, and then go through them and then take them back in the other room and put them back where they belong. So it's a little bit of work and takes a while to do. So we'll see how far I get. But once I start doing it, I want to record a few of them at a time and then just schedule them to release periodically. So we'll see. There. His eyes look more complete now, right? Okay, let's zoom back out, see what we got besides a fluorescent throat. Oh, isn't he looking so cute? He's saying, come here, girly. Oh, I think he's adorable. I got to see if I can find a different color. But there really is no other light yellow other than these two, and they're identical. So yeah, I don't know. And you know me, when I color with something, I like to just color with the one I have. But yeah, that is one thing I may have to go and find in a different set because yeah, like I said, especially on camera, that's showing up as neon. Ooh, it ain't neon here, but it certainly is on camera. All right, folks, I guess that's where I'm going to leave it right now. I'm going to wait till I get the call when Bella's ready, and then I have a few other videos to record yet today. So I thank you for joining me today. I hope all the moms out there and grandmas and aunts and uncles, granted you're not moms, but you're kind of sort of moms a lot of times to your nieces and nephews and whatnot, right? So I hope everybody has a fantastic Mother's Day tomorrow. Kids, at least call your moms, if not video, chat with them. Let them all know you love them and appreciate them. And that's in order. All right, folks. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. I hope everybody's having a terrific weekend, and as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.